Hey guys, it's Mr. Jack000 here, back with Automation the Car Company Tycoon game, and what you're seeing right now is one of my latest builds called the JMC Ecton XW4 Signature Series. This vehicle was built to be the first ever crossover in the world before the AMC Eagle, first built in 1980. It is also the top of the line model of the Ecton, as it has a small but powerful engine, all of the interior options, and even 4-wheel drive since it's an old school crossover on a wagon body. Most of the vehicle's styling is original, with some hints of the Eagle and Buick Riviera. It has a lap time of 1 minute 41 seconds 15 seconds at the quote-unquote Top Gear test track and 2 minutes 46 seconds 93 milliseconds at the automation track, a top speed of 149 miles per hour, and a 0 to 60 in 8.47 seconds. This vehicle uses a custom 285 cubic inch or 4.7 liter V8 engine that produces 231 horsepower and 263.7 foot-pounds of torque. It has a fuel efficiency rating of 10.4 miles per gallon and weighs 3,325 pounds or 1,508.2 kilograms. And for the market, I knew they had no respect for crossovers, as they really consider it as a muscle car, a pony car, and horribly competes with the family utility premium and family sports car markets. In terms of how I created the Ecton, the panel material will be made out of regular steel on a ladder chassis made out of galvanized steel, with a front longitudinal engine, and both the front and rear suspensions are made of solid axle coil. For the engine, it's a 90-degree V8 engine made out of cast iron with the bore set to 93mm and the stroke set to 86mm, which makes it a 4,647 cubic centimeter engine with a direct-acting overhead cam header made out of cast iron. The crankshaft is made out of cast iron, with the car rod's also made out of cast, and the pistons are at regular forged. For the compression, it's set at a normal 8.5 to 1, the cam profile set to 51, and VVT never existed back in the 60s. For the fuel system, we're using a 4-barrel twin carburetor configuration with a standard intake running on regular leaded fuel, with the fuel mixture set to 13.5, ignition timing bumped it down to 38, and the RPM limit set to 5,500 RPM. For the headers, we're using short cast headers with dual exhaust, with the exhaust diameter set to 57.1mm or 2.25 inches, with 2 baffled mufflers for the first and second mufflers. For the drive type, it is a 4x4 with a manual 4-speed with the top speed set to 153.4 miles per hour, and it has a manual locker just to get the most of the off-road capabilities, since it's a old school crossover on a wagon body like I mentioned earlier. For the tires, we're using hard long life tires with the front and rear tires set at an even 185mm running on 13-inch steel rims. For the brakes, they're both solid discs, with the front brakes being a 2-piston solid disc at 250mm, and the rear also a solid disc of a 1-piston also at 250mm. For the interior, we got a total of 5 seats, 2 in the front, 3 in the back, with premium interior and a premium AM radio. It's got hydraulic power steering and standard safety standards. And for the suspension, we got standard springs of gas monotube dampers and passive sway bars running on a normal preset, with the ride height jacked up to 370.8mm, even though it was already down to like whatever 350mm at its normal ride height. Despite having a couple problems on here, such as the brake fade and minor wheel spin, we're going to export this to BeamNG.drive and test it out. So here we are at Jungle Rock Island, which is a map that I rarely visit in BeamNG, and taking a look at the back of the vehicle, especially the taillights, it's kind of giving me the JMC Shoreline vibes. If you don't know what that vehicle is, it's supposed to be a 1950s luxury sedan that was supposed to be a competitor to like some of the cars that were out there in its time period, such as the Chevrolet Impala, Pontiac Chieftain, and Bonneville, and so many others out there like Plymouth and the others that were out there back in its time period. And by looking at the design of the vehicle, I mean, it looks pretty clean, to be honest, even though it's got a roof rack right here and the back portion that's pulling it inward to kind of give it that AMC Eagle look, because the Eagle's back end was pushed inward just like this, just to give it that crossover look, even though it was built on a station wagon body. I mean, overall design, just one more pan out of this, it's pretty clean, to be honest. I mean, the front end, nice, even though it's got the Riviera vibe, especially where with the grille placement and these 2 chrome pieces right here that goes in between the license plate. So overall, not that bad. clean, almost original, and not that bad. So right now, we're going to be doing some basic performance tests with this vehicle. The first we're going to be doing is a 0 to 62 acceleration test. Second, a 62 to 0 brake test. And lastly, which I doubt we're going to be doing on this runway, is to do a top speed run if it's possible, which I highly doubt it. So right now, we're going to be doing our 0 to 62 acceleration test, starting now. That near stall out though, so coming to first gear to second, and our 0 to 62 time is 7.97 seconds of 410.12 feet for the brake test. Now, that may have been a 61, but let's see, 61 to 0, god damn it, in 4.18 seconds of 180.19 feet. You gotta be like hella precise just to get 62. You might as well just use cruise control and point to 62 or 61 and just flat out brake. So now with a top speed run, let's just accelerate all the way until we reach the end of the runway, which we'll probably reach around probably 100 so out of the 150 mile an hour top speed we got in automation. So we're in third gear, bouncing along in this bumpy runway, and we're about out of runway space, so it appears it's going to be a fail of 108 miles an hour. Brutal crash right there. A hella brutal. We got the front pieces flying out the hood and that license plate flying out of the car and that mirror, which I don't think I said that earlier. And did that just backfire after I hit the tree? Not the tree, but the hill? I mean, if it did, then that's weird. So we got a heavy bounce right there and we're going to splash. Well, hit the beach and then splash. So roof impact, hella splash. Turn the engine off because it's going to be flooding with water, and super splash. So real time. And it comes to a rest. So bring us up to flat land and check it out. So here is the Ecton upside down. Let's flip it upright just to get a better look at this vehicle. And this thing got almost pancaked. Like the right side of the vehicle got shifted upward at like a 60-degree angle or something that got shifted up. The roof rack got shifted too. The back left of the vehicle is some dents but not shifted, which that's pretty interesting. And overall, the damage, despite it being shifted, it's pretty brutal. Can we drive this vehicle? And I swear. We're going, but we're not steering and driving because this thing is heavily damaged, like borderline immobile. So let's just turn it off and just ignore it. So now, let's stay in this map here. We'll be doing a time trial with the Island Dirt Loop section of the race with this here Ecton to test its off-road capabilities. And with this race here, I assume, since the word dirt is right here, we're definitely going to be doing some off-roading up and down the map here and some dirt roads, including some asphalt here and there, hopefully, to test its on- and off-road capabilities. So now, we're going to be taking you to the starting line of this race right now. So now, we're at the start and finish line, a basic start and finish line of this here Island Dirt Loop race. And we got our boy Ecton with the badges right here that says Ecton XW4 JMC, the signature and 4x4 badge just to catch every consumer's eye to buy this vehicle if this were to be real, which unfortunately it isn't. So now, let's get things started here with this race in 3, 2, 1, start. And that poorly launched though, so hit the brakes. Wow, that would have been a bad start. So coming to our first checkpoint, and really I've been having that for the past couple of months now where the camera just goes in and out like really quick, even though I've been through this update and cleared out my cache and everything. And wow, that was risky. I cleared out my cache, I've been through this update, and it still does that for some odd reason. Might as well contact the devs or something and see what the actual problem is. Do I have to like reinstall the game or something? Because like some of the vanilla maps, damn, the vanilla maps on here were, the vanilla maps, it does count the time, as you see in the top right. Right now, it's not counting the time. It's counting these checkpoints, but not the time for some odd reason. Like it does that for certain vanilla maps and pretty much all modded maps, including the automation test track. I've been having that for a couple of months now, which I don't know what the real problem is. If you can tell me down in the comments section and find out like what the problem is and how to resolve that, I'll be glad enough to know what the problem is and hopefully get that resolved in the future. So right now with this vehicle, doing not that bad. I mean, we're off-road and everything, skirting the tires with no ABS because that was standard issue for pretty much all vehicles back in the old days until the 1980s when the Chrysler New York or Fifth Avenue was engineered and everything with ABS brakes and safe to drive and everything, which I kind of remember that commercial on YouTube when I was first starting out, creating my channel on YouTube back in almost the last decade, being the old comment tuber and posting random useless videos to what I do nowadays because I'm a full-grown adult, not a child. Coming up to the downhill section, we're picking up a lot of speed, going 70 miles an hour into this turn, and we are now on the asphalt, or some tarmac, of this here race. And Geforces, I think we got 0.7 right there. Let's check this turn out. Alright, turn. 0.75s on that turn right there. We kind of got some mild understeer because this is not a performance vehicle. This is a regular consumer, everyday, daily driven vehicle that does off-road capabilities. Whether you're on a snow, dirt, mud, whatever, it can do that for you with this 4x4 JMC Ecton. Only for $20,000. I don't know if this was $20,000 or $14,000, $15,000 when I made this in automation. I forgot the price of this vehicle. If it was $15,000, and that's not that bad. That wouldn't be that bad for a vehicle. I might as well just buy this, or... Damn, someone just create this for me and I'll drive this for the rest of my life. Kind of like where that one garage made the Bravado Banshee from Grand Theft Auto 5. They built it off a, I believe a Dodge Viper chassis, but changed the Dodge Viper body to the Bravado Banshee from Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5. And doing that, hitting a tree, we have immobilized this vehicle. Take two. I'll take you there to the point where I crashed to continue this time trial. So coming up to the point that I crashed at, we're not gonna crash at, think that tree or that tree right there at that corner. So didn't crash in that tree. Come up to some uphill portions of this map here, of this race, and handling wise and everything, not that bad. I mean, I'm kind of handling this thing like I'm a damn rally course pro, like pro rally course driver, and that was close. Like I'm in a damn WRC or something, and I think I should make like a rally version of this car like sometimes in the future. If you guys want that, just let me know. Come up to a right hairpin turn. We got the cliff face right there overlooking the cliff with the asphalt road in the back. And we shiftin', driftin', cliftin' to the left. That would have been bad. So this is going to be our final turn here, right? No, I was wrong, right? Yes, I was wrong, but I am right now. So finish line, our total time is 4 minutes, 40 seconds, 378 milliseconds, and we're going to crash into this little tree here. Of a total time of 4 minutes, 50 seconds, 253 milliseconds, and crash. Crinkle, dinkle, shingle, sinkhole. So, free roam. That was an underwhelming crash, so let's crash again somewheres. Go way off course and just drive this out somewheres, like right here, straight ahead. Drive out, camera as is, maybe some slow-mo. Yes, some slow-mo. Camera as is, 8 times to 16. Damn. Right at little preparation of the terrain. And full-time splash. Turn the engine off because we don't have the engine to hydraulic in case the thing wants to drive again. So, flat land. Here, and can we land on its side? Let's flip it upright. And looking at this thing, no side damage, no tiny rear damage, not a whole lot of side damage, but major front damage, and we got the engine exposed right here. That is one of the freaking section of the engine, the right section of the V-bank of the engine just totally exposed. Shouldn't be driving in the first place. So, taking a drive of this thing, and what is that? Is that my hood? I think it's my hood. And driving this thing, we could drive just fine. Find somewhere to end its misery, if not, just, oh well it. You know, end its misery by just, driving these palm trees up ahead. Camera as is, palm trees. No, let's do a jump. Let's spare it. So now, we're gonna be doing another time trial. We're gonna be doing the hill climb portion of this here map. And we're going to be climbing while the sun is rising. And now, we're going to be taking you to the starting line of this here hill climb race right now. So here we are at the start and finish line with a proud start banner right here with our sponsors Hirochi, Gripball, and everybody that's sponsoring this race. and we got the messed up indicator that's behaving like a headlight, because I do know that Automation, people at Camshaft and everybody, that they're making the update 4.1, which will be releasing sometimes in September, which one of the fixes here in the 4.1 update when explored vehicles and BeamNG.drive is what's a turn signal, a headlight, and a brake light. They're going to change like what logics of behavior of like each of these lightings of the vehicles are, like what's a brake light, turn signal, everything, because this is behaving like a headlight and a turn signal, which that is pretty weird for some of the fixtures on here that Automation's provided us, which hopefully in 4.1, which I will cover over once it's released, hopefully that will be cured in the future. So now let's get things started here in 3, 2, 1, start. And for the headlights, it's got the high beams on. It's pretty interesting. Not the regular headlights, but just high beams. And I believe once we cross this checkpoint, it's going to be the same thing, same story. Camera in and out, and no lap timer in the top right. It's been doing that for a while, and it's kind of infuriating. It's like all the modded maps do that, and some of the vanilla maps are just kind of interesting. And speaking of this map here on Jungle Rock Island, I did see some concept designs of a future remastering of Jungle Rock Island, because this map here, Jungle Rock Island, was replaced with some map. It was something Rock Island. I don't want to say Hard Rock. It was something Rock Island or something like that, where they basically remastered and replaced the old map from the early BeamNG days, like when it was first out. And I think I might as well change the transmission settings, because this thing keeps going from first gear to second gear once I go uphill, and this is bad. God damn it. Well, we screwed the back end up pretty good. It's auto steering to the left because we damaged the steering alignment pretty good. Let's take it easy. Take it real easy. We got that understeer, which probably killed the run there. Hopefully we don't do that again. We kind of drifted a little because of the messed up steering alignment and the change in center of gravity of the vehicle, of how shifted this vehicle is. Okay, now we got the finish line up ahead. We got this little hot spring or whatever is right next to me, and where it's finished, so let's just drive this off right here. And we got a time of brutal hit, base drop. It says 2.6 seconds, 452 milliseconds, but a total time of 2 minutes, 17 seconds, 416 milliseconds. Like, what's the difference between the two? Oh my god. Free roam. And camera. Why was he... Is it the map, or I'm hearing tornado sirens? It might be the map, because I got like almost claustrophobic for a half second, so... A brutal hit here. Hit the roof. Change it to 4 times, and into a tree. And this through the fence and into some vines, so full time. That was interesting how I went through a fence that appears engine startup with oil. And can we free this? We can't free it. Engine locked up. Main engine broken. We can't free it. It's hella stuck on these vines. Look at this. Look at this. Radiator leaking. Grab the axle. No, grab the axle. Carry him on my wayward. Son of a bitch. And now we freed it. Turn off the headlights, and it's glitched out. No words about it. And what is this right here? Are these trees, or supposed to be a vine fence or something? Like, what is this right here? So now, for the last part of the video, we're going to see if this thing flies like an AMC Eagle by going to Car Jump Arena and outlast the competition of being a flying crossover. So now, we're at the top of the ramp here of Car Jump Arena, and we got the lights coming up. So 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, and go. Just go when it says green, because if you go on red, you're definitely going to get a citation for that. So 0 to 62, we got a new time of 5 seconds, 65 milliseconds of 215.05 feet. That is a significant improvement, which I think the rally car model would probably do that. And top speed, 155 miles an hour upon exit, and this will be a pretty bad crash. So 8 times. It somewhat landed, and we are flipping over. Okay, we're back on our wheels, and we're gonna hit this sphere fence, this wall, flip it on over into the pool, splashy dashy. So taking a look at flat land here, flip this upright, and yo, that axle jiggling though. Hold up, flip this upright, and left side is perfectly clean, and right side is imperfectly clean. Front end, yeah, that's damaged pretty well. And can we start this up and drive engine drive from water, engine dried up, and we can reverse. Can we lock the rear diff? Run, front and rear, and just go? No, unlock the front. Unlock the drive shaft, and pretty much did that because it's hella broke. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know there's an airplane on this map. I swear, could I cut off the airplane? Is it like a decal or something? It seems like a decal, like a, oh boy. It's a flat-ass decal. Hold up. Is this collidable or no? Let's see. F7, right here, and just... It's just a flat decal. Ha. Weird. So now let's do something different. Instead of me just slowing down at the end trying to get a perfect landing with this vehicle, since we got a tow hook right here, I'm going to be towing this here new edition of the JMPS mail truck called the same day edition of the mail truck, which I will cover in probably the next couple videos in the future. In the new edition, the difference is here, it's got the JMPS name, where the www.usps.com or .gov goes on here, and it's got the word same day listed all over the vehicle above the logo, including the JMPS logo right by the Eagle. But you got the same day right here, the word same day right here with 2 exhaust pipes, and the word same day right on the hood. So now let me drive this up, and then you're ready to reverse and line this up to get a connection with the trailer and drive this down with the ramp, and I'm off-centered, so give me a sec. See, my parking skills on American Truck Simulator are really coming into me with BeamNG, so good. And can we get a connection? So hit L again, and might have to do the old fist bump the rock thing until, whoa, till we do that. So now we got connection, and now accelerate. And I swear if we get a better 0 to 60 acceleration with this here trailer, pretty much kind of like what we usually get, like, okay, shifty shafts up in here, 8.38 seconds of 255.44 feet, and we're about to take off at 136 feet. Here goes the trailer, there goes the JMPS mail truck, we're going to faceplant, and wait, let's zoom back here, and boom goes the Ecton. Mail truck is gonna clobber us. No, it's gonna clobber the trailer, and barely stick onto the trailer. So 2-time it pretty much all the way. Just use this camera angle full time. Anything interesting gonna happen once we hit the sand? Oh, whoa! I thought we were gonna go in the sand and just go to the little pond right there, but no, we did that instead. First of all, let's look at the mail truck. Oh, let's first turn on the mail truck. Where's the mail truck? Mail truck? It's fine. We got hazards going off because impact detected stopping car. Significant front end damage, especially the front left portion of the vehicle. Logo's busted up. Rear end, kind of fine, but we lost the spoiler. Right side, meh. Compare that to the Ecton, we got this thing hella bent up right here, especially the rear of the vehicle. The front portion, especially that front end impact, we bent that up pretty good. Right side, we got the, is that the exhaust or the trim piece? That's the exhaust or the drivetrain poking out of the back passenger portion of the vehicle, both for the passenger doors here. And the suspension shifted over pretty good. Wow. So now let's remove all the other vehicles and take this up to the little downhill portion of this road right here. And that's going to be ending our video off. Is drive downhill and crash to the last bridge pillar to get a high-speed crash going. Kind of like what I usually do on brutal slope. So here we are at the top of the ramp. Accelerate and see what will happen once we reach the bottom of the road till we hit the last bridge pillar at 0 to 62, 7.27 seconds, 339.71 feet. And I think when we crash there, we're going to get like our around probably top speed, like 140 or something. So line ourselves up, 149. So 16 times slow-mo all the way. All right, get ready. High DUI. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Damn. Almost an overlapping crash. We got the hood right here going off. And full time. And just like that, it has killed the engine. Fortunately. Like some of these crashes here, like you crash at this bridge pillar and the engine just still runs somehow, which is kind of weird how that happens. Like it just still runs no matter the severity of the impact and how fast and how hard it was. So bring this up gently as you can. Let's lower the strength down to 40% and just drag it, drag it, drag it, and slam it. So looking at the front of the vehicle, we kind of smashed it up despite having a little bend right here for the overlapping crash of the crash in the little bridge pillar right here. And there goes a tire, which I'm not going to bother looking at, like I sometimes do. The left side, oh, this is interesting. This thing is like bubbled out right here with the turn indicators at. The door handle right here is enlarged and exposed and bent up. The back left passenger door handle messed up too. And like this chunk of the vehicle, like this back end looks perfectly fine. Just looking at it from this angle. And the back end looks okay. Let's just ignore this glitched out polygons right here, right side, pretty much like the left side. Hella damaged, hella bent like right here, and yeah, just like that. It's just weird how these vehicles behave on here, especially for ones with ladder chassis, not like monocoque chassis where they can really take a hit. So that'll do it with automation and BeamNG.drive with the JMC Ecton. I gotta say, the design and performance of this car is great, to be honest. While it is simple and took me a couple hours to design the car, this is the reason why I don't show the design phase in my videos no more, because it takes too long. Like my last videos I've been doing for the past several years of automation in BeamNG. Compared to an AMC Eagle, if it were to exist in the 1960s, this would have been a direct competitor as it has a small but powerful engine, good acceleration, handling, and off-road capabilities. I might as well make a rally car version of this truck, like my JMPS with the same day version that I've shown earlier. If you want a rally edition of the Ecton, let me know down below in the comments so I can make that happen for you guys. So this has been Mr. Jack and 000. I'll see you in the next video.